7:13.
Sweet.
I just always try to document time because I forget half the time. Uh, my pens are sectioning off.
Bad hair day.
Yeah. 7:13. Give it a minute because StreamYard is normally slow to pull people over. We wanted to do this because there's a lot of people going live later. And when I cook dinner, after I eat dinner, I'm going to be in a vegetative state.
Whatever that is.
So give it a minute. It normally takes StreamYard a few more minutes. I swear, my hair is sectioning off funny right there. I swear I've got female pattern baldness. Hi, Denise.
There you go.
StreamYard is so funny. It's like lagging or something. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's just being weird. It's okay. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. If you pop in, say howdy, and we'll see how many we have. And if we have some, then what I'll do is do the random number generator, and whatever number it says, we'll go back and find the person that commented that, and that will be the giveaway winner. But we have to have enough people in here to generate a number that will be met. So the last few days I've had quite a bit of new people on my channel. So Dave's alive. I have not buried him in the backyard yet.
Light's blinding me. I can't see nothing. Anyway.
Yet being the operative word.
Alright, that's a little better.
So he's alive. This has been your only day off in a while.
It's life.
It's life. I know. We're getting used to it now. Okay, Denise is throwing up all the links. So if you need to email me, you can email me at this email address. If you need to contact Dave, you can follow him on Facebook at Hillbilly Furs. And if you'd like to visit our store, there is the Etsy store link. That's where David puts all of his furs and all of his items. If you notice today in the community portion of my page, I put up, he finished his ginormous framed laced beaver hoop. And people's already starting to ask questions about it. So we don't even know if it will make it to the vendor sale. So we don't know, but we've got others prepared just in case that one gets snatched up really quickly. Yep, he's alive.
Barely, but I'm here.
Oh, thank you. It turned out really dark, but it needs in a couple of spots it's going to need some touch ups. So it's going to need some touch ups in a couple of spots. But that's okay. I hadn't done anything to it in such a long time. I figured it was going to need touch ups. Hey Hannah, how are you? Thanks for jumping in. I appreciate that. Get a couple of comments in just in case we have a number in here that can give us enough comments. We're going to do a giveaway, and I'll generate a number, and that person who commented in that slot will be the winner. So get some comments in before you go to bed just in case. What we're going to be doing is giving away one of our cowboy boot keychains like this. Now that's a red one with gold. But we do silver ones as well. There's brown, black, gray.
There's several different colors. So
a bunch of different colors. So, but we wanted to pop in real quick because I wanted to let you know David does have the vendor sale next Saturday at True West Campgrounds. So he's going to be taking all his fur items down there. If my health will work with me, I'm going to try to go with him. So that's my hope. We're going to be trying to take some of Lane's chainsaw carvings as well, just because he's working every day he can. Of course, he's a new dad, so he's working every day he can. And then his other days he wants to be with his newborn daughter, so we can't fault him there. So we have got
a few new things.
Yeah, go ahead and show them some of your leather stuff.
These will be key rings also. We've got into the little hearts. Of course, they're not finished or anything like that, but they'll have a little ring with a snap in them, same, just like this, silver, gold, however you want to do that. We'll have those. And also, we'll have these right here. They just not fold over and sort of hard to see, but they'll fold over and they'll be a key ring up here at the smaller ones.
And we have decorative Chicago screws to hold those together.
Yeah, they'll be put together with a Chicago screw. We got some, like you said, a decorative one of those, so they won't be they'll they'll be good, just like you buy them at a leather shop. So they're coming from me. But also, we got a bigger version of a that. This is a smaller one. This is a bigger one.
And those will have these on them.
We'll put some of those on them with a key ring. So just something smaller for more smaller items to take with us when I go somewhere. I know sometimes it's hard for when you take all big stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more expensive, and for some people, but we're going to try to start offering more smaller stuff like this. Uh, we're probably going to have counting the fur keychains and stuff like that. We're probably in deer antlers. We're probably going to have 6 or 7 different, maybe more types of key rings available. More like I said, your smaller items. So just stuff to when you're doing leather craft. Sometimes you have a lot of waste, so you can turn stuff like this right here. I mean, see that's a small piece. Even this is smaller, so you can turn stuff like that into a just something to make a pretty out of.
This
And
is possum, and that's a stripe in the hair pattern. That's white hair and black hair. Um, I'm fixing to turn all of these into purse palms. And to be quite honest, the possums make prettier purse palms than the coyote do. Was that Cody? Is that right, Cody?
No, that's right.
That's Cody.
That's coyote.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But the prettiest ones of all are the raccoon. But I have made so many purse palms that I'm sick of purse palms, but everybody loves them, so I'm gonna keep making them as long as I can keep my hands functioning. I'm gonna try to make those to help him make several. The True West Campground is very close to us. It is down in the Leatherwood Ford area in the Big South Fork in Venters County. And so we are actually on the Cumberland Plateau. So Hannah, we're on the Cumberland Plateau in Tennessee.
If you ever hear of the Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area, True West is just right by just right next to the county line, which is in Scott County, but it's just about 2 miles up the road from the what they call the Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area. So it runs up into Kentucky, joins Daniel Boone State Forest up there and all that. So that's where we'll be. Is down on that part of the woods. They're having a equine expo, having a motorcycle. I thought they said car show, but I think they changed it. Maybe took it out and put a motorcycle show, poker run. It's an all day event. It's a memorial ride for the guy that owned the
owner's late husband.
Yeah, the owner's late husband. He was owners of the campground. He passed away here, I think, a year ago, the 24th or 25th. So that's why they're having a memorial day or a memorial ride for that. So we done real good when we was down there before. You never know. We might do good this time. You might not. But a lot of people's wanting us to come back. So we'll see what happens here next weekend. And I've been working so much, I've not had a chance to really get anything done. Just a couple, 3 hours a day. I've been working on some of this stuff and getting what I can of it done. But we got a good selection, so if we run out, we run out. If we don't, we'll have some more for the Pumpkin Festival, which is coming up October the 1st in Allard, which is like 3 miles from the house.
Yeah, the Pumpkin Festival is super close to us. Like, we get caught up in the traffic just trying to get out of our road. That's how close the Pumpkin Festival is to us.
Yeah, we'll be there. We won't worry about the traffic this year because we'll be there close to the. We'll be there before everybody else gets there, so we won't be worried about the poker run or the poker run. That Pumpkin Festival.
The Pumpkin Festival, yeah, we know all the back roads and how to get around stuff, but the Pumpkin Festival it kind of gridlocks the area, but we're used to it because it's happened so many times. But I'm gonna try to be at the Pumpkin Festival the majority of the day with him, if not all of the day. He's got a good position right on the main street, right across from the weigh-in station, actually. So it's going to be probably a really great place for people to come in and say howdy. And I'm excited to sit there because I know I've got a lot of friends who are like, well, I'm going to be there. I'll stop by and talk. Now, I told y'all I got a bracelet the other day, a leather bracelet at the leather shop the other day, the saddlery shop, actually. And I can't remember what it said. But this is the bracelet I got, and it says, never give up. and it's just a rough cut leather bracelet that snaps. And I got a wider band because I'm a fatter girl, so I can wear bigger jewelry. So I got a wider band. But this is something that I would I like to make stuff. I like to make leather bracelets. I like to make braided leather stuff. But I saw this and I thought, well, that's cute. I wouldn't care to have one of those, so I got me one of those that had a good message on it. So I grabbed it and got a calf hide, which we used today to take pictures of the grandbaby on. It was so cute. So David has officially got to meet, hold, and oogle over the grandbaby now. And she's beautiful. She's growing like a weed. She's 1 ounce shy of already gaining a pound. She was only born on the 2nd. So she's growing like a weed. So she got to sit with us for like almost 2 hours today, and they
Yeah,
picked up some more clothes
for a couple hours.
and we started getting ready to put prints in her baby book. We had a really great visit. It was fun. David got to finally spend some time with her. Oh, thank you, Hannah. I appreciate it. I put a really gorgeous pair of raccoon teeth earrings on the other day in a filigree basin and a leatherback, and they're really pretty. And I'm gonna make maybe 4 or 5 more pair of those. I'm waiting on some more UV resin to come in, and yeah, so we're gonna. We were fortunate enough that we've grown quickly enough that we got a square reader, so now we're gonna be able to, when we go places, to take different types of payments as long as we have service, take different types of payment, and that will free up a lot of people that don't like to carry a lot of cash with them. But because you've gotten asked a lot, do you take credit card or debit card? And we've not been able to, but now we're going to be able to.
A few times last year I did, not this year.
So I'm hoping that will help, especially at the Pumpkin Festival, because people drop a lot of money there, but they don't necessarily carry cash. So I'm hoping that will help out at the Pumpkin Festival because there's a lot. How many people did they have go through last year?
They had estimate between 13, 14,000.
Yeah, it's always a really great crowd.
Yeah, if you don't like to deal with people, don't show up.
Gypsy, I'll give you a sneak peek, but I can't post any pictures on here. I have to respect mom and dad; they don't want pictures on. But yeah, for those of y'all that are super close to me, I'll give you a sneak peek. Um, there's the store link again, my email, and you can always follow David on Facebook at Hillbilly Furs. Yeah, we they're putting new towers up here, which I think are actually just creating more issues because reception is not really improved a lot. But they are trying to get the Pumpkin Festival area in a better cast of a tower because there are so many bodies that need the signal there. So, but I have a sneaky suspicion that because I'm friends with people that work in the building immediately behind us, I'm going to be able to latch onto Wi-Fi. So I'm going to milk that one for all it's worth.
Yeah, maybe they'll.
I know that my friend that works in the building, we're gonna be behind his leg. He's like, "Can I come out and sit with you and spend time?" I was like, "Yeah." So I'm gonna try to nip onto the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's safer. Well, a lot of people just don't carry money anymore. It's safer, especially for women. So I've opened something up. It's safer, especially for women. So I understand that completely. And we're just trying to make it a little bit more, I don't know, easier for the customers that we know don't want to carry a lot of cash. Yeah, Albert's far from everyone. They started this when I was in grade school. Yeah,
31 years, I think.
And it was right. And I was at the end of middle school.
Yeah, I've been dealing with it for 20.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
A long time. He was lucky that he lived farther off the main roads, and so he was at the south end of the county and didn't have to go through it unless he wanted to go through it. But I am from Allard, so I grew up in the middle of all of this. So, but it's a great family event. It really is. They have all day long singing, um, some kind of entertainment all day long. It's really great. It's great vendors, great a lot of great food vendors, and a lot of great crafters. So that's why I'm gonna make some stuff to hang up as well because I think it'll catch more eyes. Some of my stuff will catch more eyes than normal. So I'm gonna send some stuff with them. So yeah, Alert's far, far away from everything. If I ever talk about anything and anybody says, "Oh, I know that place," I probably will fall and hit the ground because we are in the middle of nowhere.
They come from everywhere, but
yeah, we have people from several states.
Yeah, but a lot of people last year come from North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. Actually, I think last year the pumpkin that won the way off, I think, was from North Carolina.
Was it? I knew it wasn't too
North
terribly far
Carolina,
away.
somewhere. Well, that ain't real close, but still, I mean,
Well,
several hours
it wasn't
away.
too terribly far
But
away.
they, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was, and they had some way in from Kentucky and North Carolina. I think maybe Virginia or West Virginia or so, over in that area. So they come from a long ways off.
Oh goodness! Probably
So
she said we're probably a 2 day drive. Yeah, we're down here in the sticks. But it is a really good event. So if y'all don't know about the Pumpkin Festival, I put a link in my community page a few days ago so that y'all could go and look at their Facebook page and see the events, see the pictures from last year, and see just kind of what they do. It's a really good family event. And then the week after that, there is a vendor sale in Monterey, Tennessee, at the Standing Stone, or what is it? Is the park area?
it's a standing stone thing at Monterey, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it.
Well, he doesn't know if we're gonna be able to do it, but there is one after that, and it's right off Interstate 40.
Yeah, three of them
So
back to back, and me working like I am. I just can't get the stuff done I need to do to get it
yeah, yeah. So
took care
everything
of. So
kind of hinges on how much product we sell um, next weekend, and then the pumpkin festival is a definite. But if you know the other one is not terribly expensive, but if we sell a lot, we may not have enough stuff to
yeah,
go.
well, work's went crazy, and I just don't have the time to do what I need
Yeah.
to do to get stuff ready. So we're probably going to opt out of the one at Monterey. That's probably what's going to happen.
But now they're gonna have some vendor stuff for Christmas for crafters around here this year. I was told.
yeah, they may end up having some more stuff closer to Christmas. I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But
You just have to make sure that you don't go in with the women that are selling cosmetics and Tupperware, and you're standing there with a craft vendor sort of fur.
yeah,
They look at you kind of weird.
look, it's a little
But
weird.
that's okay. But we are starting to get asked to. Well, he is starting to get asked to more things, and our son's carving and stuff is still generating a lot of questions and interest, and he's just working himself to death too. It's hard to have a hobby that you enjoy when you work as much as these fellas work. So I feel sorry for him. My bangs, I hadn't straightened my hair in so long, and I'm not used to it, and it's killing me. I normally just pull it back in
Oh
a bun
man,
and let it go. But these fellas work so much, and David's been working until 3 and 4 in the morning. He gets home between 3 and 4, and tries to sleep a few hours. Gets up, works in the fur shed, tries to eat about lunch, sits still for 30 minutes, and then goes back to work. And so the last couple of weeks have been terribly difficult. Throw two colds in the middle of that, a newborn baby, um, and all that rigmarole. We've just the last month has been a rush for us, but we're getting through it. Eventually, we'll get there. Oh, that would be pretty. They do a Christmas tree auction, and they set up hundreds of, well, probably 100, Christmas trees, and people in the area go and bid on them and buy them. And I've always thought, man, if I had money, I would go and purchase me a completely already decorated Christmas tree. Because this year I'm putting up a tiny, skinny pencil tree, and that's all I'm doing. Now, as the grandbaby gets older, I probably will decorate more again. But we used to, it looked like a craft shop threw up in our house for Christmas, didn't it? It used to.
yeah,
I
it
like to
really.
decorate when I'm able, but I'm just not able anymore. So I'm gonna hold off on a few more years, and then when the grandbaby gets bigger, I'll do better and put more and more and more up. And you're supposed to be on your other page.
Don't listen to her.
I never know how I'm gonna catch him on here. So it's good to see you. How are you? You're a newbie. Thanks for hopping in.
Well, good to have you.
Yeah, I'll be completely okay with the Charlie Brown Christmas tree this year because I'm just tired and cleaning and no. So, but a pencil tree, I like them. I can stick it on one wall, and that's gonna be about all I do. I do put reindeer. I put noses on my my deer wall mounts, so they all become Rudolph for Christmas. So that's about all we do. But when the grandbaby gets bigger, I'll do more.
It'll take a little while.
The grandbaby got hold of it today and about wrenched it. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. She was like, "What is on your face, man?" It was hilarious. Of course, Lane's got that big red beard, but this is I'm gonna have to twist it and put it in those holders again so it stays out of the way.
Everything's good here, Stone.
Good to see you. West Virginia.
Rick's Funny Farm.
Throw Rock. We're down here on the other end of the ridge in Tennessee. It's a newbie. It's good to see all the new names. I know Miss Patty spoke about me, I think, last night. Um so yeah, Miss Patty and Ron do shout outs for me sometimes, and it's sweet of them because they don't have to. And I'm not monetized. This is just a good community of good people. My husband is a fur trapper and tanner, and he makes stuff and sells in his Etsy store. And the Etsy store, the name is Hillbilly Decor. And if you want to follow him on Facebook, it's under Hillbilly Furs. And so this is just a check in on Sundays. The people with proof of life of David that I've not buried in the backyard, and just an update of the crafts and the fur stuff that is going on, and if he's got any vendor sales and stuff. So this is just to check in. I did post pictures this morning in the community area of the framed and laced beaver hide that he just did. And so he's been busy. He just has worked so much in the last few weeks. It's difficult when you have a full-time job and a secondary job and a family and all this stuff. So, and for everybody new popping in, if you ever need to email me, this is my email, watersworthload@gmail.com. The Etsy store is Hillbilly Heart Decor, and there is the active link for you all. David keeps a lot of his hides. He sneaks some of my jewelry in there sometimes and some of my crafts, but it's mostly for his hides and his fur art. Oh, well, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Just jump right in and become family. That's pretty much how we roll around here. We're a pretty good group of people. Ron and Miss Patty are terribly sweet, and it's yeah, they've been on a wild ride the last few weeks. Bless their hearts. Now, if you want to follow Dave, you can find him on Facebook at Hillbilly Furs. I did just make new raccoon tooth earrings in a filigree basin with a leatherback. They're beautiful. I've only got one pair made and one pair posted. I did also do little jars of the smallest raccoon and coyote teeth because apparently people like that. Okay, that's fine. I'll make those for you. And I've got um, the raccoon tooth bracelets. I'm going to try to sell those local first, but if they don't sell, they will be going to Etsy. But I will be having more earrings. I will be having the fur earrings with the gemstones like moss agate, tiger's eye, and I've even got something I have got labradorite gems with the fur, the teardrop shaped fur. I'm going to be adding those to the store probably after this weekend, just to see. We want to kind of see what sells at this vendor sale, and then apply it to the Etsy store and put on what we think will be selling the best. Now, y'all keep talking. Every time you put a comment in, you're going to register yourself to win one of our bootcut keychains. So keep talking, and I will. After this, I will do the generator thing to generate a random number, and whoever commented on that number, you will win the giveaway, and I will contact you. So before I shut my StreamYard down, I have to do all of this. So fun. Or I have to wait for everything to load and the live comments to load too. So
As the one new one there, Stone, I believe it was, we're talking about some of the videos and stuff like that. Yeah, those are probably, I'm not sure which one you're talking about, where it was some of the trapping videos or some of the first shot videos, but
or me yapping.
yeah, whichever one it was. But probably around the 1st of November, you're probably, if you, I mean, like to watch the videos and stuff like that, we're going to be back out in the field, probably starting to trap some around last October, 1st of November. Usually that's when pelts start getting ready. Some things are, of
What
course.
is that noise? Oh, it's a big miller that flew into the line. I was like, what is that
Okay.
noise?
We got that figured out. Anyway,
Scared me to death.
Some things open year round. By October next month, they're starting to get where everything the fur is good, but also some things I have to wait till season opens up. But anyway, probably around November, last October, 1st November, you're going to start seeing some new videos. Uh, I didn't put many on last year. I just got started in that, but
he did really well though when I was sick, and he
uh,
provided y'all with content when I was sick.
a
So
lot of it, I do 99% of this by myself. So when I go out in the field, A lot of times it's just me. It's hard to do my video one and my
Work.
work and all that together. So I just do the best I can, get what I can, and we just put it together and just
Kind of roll with what we got.
roll with what we got, and maybe here someday why I can get somebody to follow me around and
video. Was that a hint?
do some video or something like that. I'm not sure. But,
I'm not sure I can get everywhere you go to trap.
Yeah, I'm not.
You'll have to tow me out.
We may have to get
You better put a winch on your little vehicle.
We may have to get you a hover around with mud tires or something.
Give me a hover around with a lift kit and grip spurs on the tires.
But anyway, that's just something else to probably get started back in here around next probably 6 to 8 weeks. So
I highlighted this comment because I remember speaking with you, and thank you for being so kind. And for the newbies rolling in, wondering why I'm so loud on a lot of the videos, I'm a retired parole officer. I have my master's in psychology, and I used to counsel youth in state's custody who were basically institutionalized due to violence, addiction, and trauma issues. So I've supervised every felony level of offender, and mostly had the violent males and the murderers. So I have the violent men, but I work really well with them. So that's why I speak up in a lot of, if you see me speak up, it's because normally I have knowledge about it, but it's hard to have knowledge and talk about anything these days, isn't it? One of the last channels that we watch anymore. Bless your heart. Are you bored? Yeah, we try not to be negative, though I can be a turd.
not on here.
Yeah, I try not to be.
Now.
I had to get, yeah, he's here now, so he keeps me in line. But I had to get kind of sassy with someone the other week that did not like our way of life. We got a lot of Ohio and West Virginia people in here. That's nice. They go, okay, there he goes. All you gotta do is comment. All you gotta do is comment, have a conversation, say nice things, and yeah, that's his other. And every time you comment, it puts you in for the giveaway for one of the cowboy keychains. And if you are the number, I will contact you. Well, I can probably do it here in a minute. We'll stop the comments and we'll do it here in a minute, and I'll generate this number and we'll go. I'm an open book, and I don't mind talking to anybody. And but boy, this week I feel like I've banged my head against a brick wall. Yeah, keep throwing comments up. We'll give you a couple more minutes. Now, I am finishing up possum fur palms that snap to the lady's purse, and they're a big poof ball of fur. I'm doing some with some beading, some with some colored and braided strings, and some with some leather. Any of those that don't sell at the vendor sites, we'll probably do a giveaway with one, and then we'll probably put the rest on the Etsy store. I have got a lot of ceremonial sticks and talking sticks and rattles made. If they don't sell at the vendor sites, then I'll placing them on the Etsy store. I think I actually have a couple of ceremonial sticks, one talking stick and one healing stick on the Etsy store right now. And the healing stick actually has a hand painted beaver skull and a Cody fur palm and feathers and gemstones and everything. So
Hillbilly is asking a question.
So we've got a lot of stuff that may transition over to the Etsy store. I'm going through them.
I said Northern Hillbilly asked a question.
David's channel on Facebook is Hillbilly Furs, and normally he just throws his content up here for me. Though this winter, if he does more content, we may separate and create him as his own channel. Because I don't want to be monetized. I don't want you to ever come here and think I'm saying something because I want y'all to pay me. I don't want super chats and all that. But I know that a lot of people like to watch David and learn the old ways and get his knowledge. And so I'm thinking about going ahead maybe this winter and starting him a secondary channel so that he can handle it however he wants to, and he doesn't feel that he has to go by what I want to happen on YouTube. So, all right, good night, Hannah. Yeah, hang on, we'll do this real quick.
Feed your raccoons.
Corrine, I have a great aunt named Corrine. It's nice to meet you. Oh, you're from Australia. I bet you I sound real funny to you, don't I? I have a couple of friends in Australia. I actually know John Blunt. Do you know who John Blunt is? He's really sweet. I talked to him quite a bit. He sent me a signed postcard. I thought that was sweet of him. New Hampshire. You have cold winters. Woo. Poconos for the win. Yeah, I'm really easy to talk to. That's why I always put my emails up in here. People sometimes just feel better when they have someone to talk to. So I'm not counseling anymore. I'm not billing insurance. I'm not giving medical advice. YouTube, hello, did you hear that? No medical advice. It's just that if sometimes people feel better when they have somebody to talk to and to brain vomit on. I do. I do that a lot. So I try to be that for other people. I know we do have a lot of northern and it's not always rural areas. It's I've got some people from like New York and stuff that follows. It's kind of funny. Okay, thank you, CDC. It's kind of I think it's got 20 something items in it right now, but it will be loaded here in a few weeks after we get to these vendor sales that are local. See, we've already got people making friendships in their areas. That is so great. Oh, I've had so many people with pet raccoons that have been the meanest things I have ever met in my life. I got like took out by a raccoon that was like 30 something pounds. It had been raised. Had started its life in a rescue, and I was in fourth grade at the barn, and somebody brought their pet raccoon to show everybody, and I knew it had seen it before. But it decided it knew me and it wanted to come and jump on me and climb up to my shoulder. Well, it didn't realize I was not an adult. I was a fourth grader, and I was actually quite small then. And he went to jump to grab like my hip and pull up, but he hit behind my knees, which buckled my knees, and I fell onto the ground. And when I fell onto the ground, I squalled, which made him go, "Oh, we're playing now," and he attacked, full on attacked, and they had to pry that thing off me. So I'm not, yeah. I think they're sweet, I think they're adorable and they're terribly smart, but did not have the best interaction. Well, I think we're going to do his own channel this winter, so I think that'd be a great thing. And that way, if he wants to monetize, and because a lot of people go, well, why won't you monetize? I don't. I like to give a sound, logical response and talk about things that I don't believe should be monetized. So I don't want to monetize. But David can if he wants to. And the reason that we have this shop and he does this extra work is just, trying to survive in rural areas. You learn how to do odd things. You grow up having weird skills. And it's been even more prevalent because last year, Mr. over here had a kidney stone. And I kid you not, with insurance. Um, what, 2 bags of fluid, a pressure bag, one CT, and one dose of Toradol. And after they billed our insurance, we still got stuck with $6,500. So it's like every month I paid the bill, and I told the woman I was going to put her on my Christmas card list, but she did not seem impressed. They just want my money. But so we're trying to just make ends meet like everybody else, and sometimes life happens and you get huge ER bills, even though you pay out the butt for insurance. So it's just, life happens. You got to make ends meet. And when you live here, you learn how to make roadkill into treasure, and we just kind of roll with it. If he misses roadkill and somebody says, "Did you see that?" He's like, "Oh," because it goes bad pretty quick right now.
Yeah, not the time for roadkill.
Yeah, if you want, I do dream catchers. I do authentic native dream catchers. I know I don't look it, but I'm half Scots Irish and half Cherokee, so I do dream catchers the old way with willow frames and all natural things. So if you're having some bad mojo or you think you would like one, you can email me and tell me kind of what's going on, and I will get with you. I've got one I'm finishing up and an order I'm fixing to mail, and then this other order will go out probably by Wednesday or Thursday. So we found people that are super close to each other up north with us.
Hey,
Hi,
Cindy.
Cindy. That's I love it when y'all find each other. Oh, looky who we've got in the room. We've got lots of people. Okay, here's my email in case you want to talk to me about dream catchers or want to order one or the native lore behind how they work. Send me an email. I'll talk to you.
I was laughing at Gypsy. She said, "I hate the monsters cat food stealing thing."
Well, we had a possum on the porch the other week. I forgot to tell you. Did I tell you?
Yeah, it's when Joe and Haley was in. We had
Yeah,
one
we had a
there.
possum.
He's probably still around, so.
We've had some colder nights, but it's not super cold yet. No.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to warm back
Yeah, it's
up in
supposed to
the
get
late
hot.
80s or late 80s and
Yeah,
early
the high
90s.
high high
High
80s,
80s,
low 90s. It's
low
supposed to get
90s
hot
this
again
week.
this
So
week.
I'll need about a week of frost.
If you're allergic to feathers, I don't have to put feathers on them. I can actually put other things on there, or I can macrame you fake feathers. But if you're allergic to feathers, then I normally do like gem strings, and I do certain macrame knots and stuff, and ribbon. So I don't always have to use feathers. But yeah, but when I do use feathers, I do use natural feathers. Although if you have an allergy or something and need faux feathers, just let me know. Oh, his name was Rocky or Smokey or something other, and he just took me out at the knees, and he just wanted to jump up and say howdy. But when he took me down, he thought that was just so much fun, and everybody thought it was too. And he attacked. It was hilarious, but look, I was traumatized as a fourth grader. So this is pretty
Yeah, I know.
nice. Oh yeah, he knows. So
Yeah, you told me that this was her.
well, I tell you, I'm I have to admit now I like to make coyote tooth stuff. My coyote tooth earrings I think are the prettiest, but I have to admit my favorite thing I've made so far has been the raccoon tooth bracelet that I made the other day on the live with y'all. That's my favorite thing so far. Yeah, my rings are cute. I think I'm gonna look into a different basin and a little bit more filigree around those. I talk about everything. I could talk the hind leg off a mule. I'm amazed when y'all stay with me as long as you do.
There's April.
Yeah, hey April. Yell at me, and if there's any allergies or anything, I will completely accommodate you. And I will even sanitize the puppy when before I pack it to ship it. Um, I'm pretty easy to get along with. Yeah, I have great mods, and actually, I'm gonna have as big as I'm getting. I say that as if I have a following, but I've gotten over the 2,000 mark, which means the robot porn bots are after me. They just put comments everywhere and they don't belong. So I'm actually going to be looking for a couple of new mods to help my Rockstar Denise and Gypsy out. Country Christian pops in from time to time and helps as well. But since I'm booming a little bit here lately, I don't like to see those nasty comments be left. So I'm going to be looking for some new mods. So if you've been with me for a while, yell at me. Yeah, you've been with me for a while. You're basically family. You're stuck at this point. Oh, we had a skunk go through the other week, and I was like, "Cats, leave it alone. I don't want it sprayed." They didn't leave it alone.
Sticky situation.
People move here all the time because it's cheap, and we've seen a lot of newbies in our area as well. We've already got a friendship blooming. This is great. I love it
Maybe.
when y'all make have the little sidebar conversations. I go back and watch these so I can read the sidebar conversations when the comments load. So when the live comments load, I go back and watch these so I can go through the comments with y'all.
Yeah, those Fisher cats are
They're nasty.
they're mean.
They're hateful, and you're not ready to see them, so your brain takes a minute to put together exactly what it was because they look kind of
Just
disjointed.
watch your pets, cause
Yeah, they'll
they will
kill them.
kill your dogs, your
Mm-hmm.
cats. Yeah, they will.
They will.
That's what they are, mean little creatures.
We've got a friendship going. I'm so happy about all this. Anne Marie, Barbie. I've seen Barbie before. Barbie, I've seen your name before.
Hello, Barbie.
Yeah, I know. I've got to finish yours. I'm actually sat down. I looked at them today because I was going through some stuff and I'm cleaning and starting to clean out that room and make organized piles so I can then put stuff up. And I come across the little box that has your skunk stuff in it. I'm just not happy with how those look. And I've the last couple of nights I've laid there and thought, how can I make this better? Because I want you when you get it to love it. And but I'm this is the first time I've ever made a skunk, so I'm working on it. But I'm thinking my gears are going. Yeah, he's in Hawaii right now. He's coming back stateside soon, so we've got a friendship blooming. Denise is on fire tonight with the links and all the comments. Denise is a rock star. Gypsy is they're so great to catch people and keep the rigmarole out of here and make sure that everything stays on target. And Nice. Now, sometimes we get a troll and little. I will play with them a little bit, but most of the time we try to keep it pretty straight in here. We're a pretty decent channel.
The newbie. Ain't even Marie. Miss Patty sent her over.
Miss Patty, yeah, she shouted me out last night. Me and Brian have formed this odd little friendship to where we pick each other's brains when strange things happen, but then we won't talk to each other for several months. But then we'll pick each other's brains again when strange things happen.
Well, it's good to have you, Anna.
And so I'm terribly thankful that Miss Patty mentioned me. Her base are very sweet, kind people, and that's kind of who we strive to be over here, positive and kind, and we like to communicate and talk about really big topics sometimes. So it's hard to find channels that are like that. So I'm glad to have you. If you ever need to email me, here with my emails. If you want to go yell at David, you can do so at Hillbilly Furs on Facebook. If you want to go to the Etsy store and see David's creations and some of my crafting creations that he swaps, you're more than welcome to go here and see what's in the store. I think there's 20 something things in there. We sold some stuff the other day, but so it's around 20 something. It will boom here in a few weeks once we get through these local vendor sales, and there will be a lot more in the store. We've just got to separate stuff out and keep it for local sales right now. Gypsy, you stay on top of them. People like to come in here and troll me, so you're good. That's your special skill. Denise is awesome with all the links and all the information. So we're glad to have you, Anne Marie. Just any time you want to pop in, we're glad to have you. But now I can talk the hind leg off mule, so if you don't have time to stay, I understand. Well, we're fixing to do this drawing, so we're gonna stop with this comment right here after stun. Oh, I'll take Northern Hillbilly and Barbie. Gonna stop right here. Hang on, let me get a number. Then we will see who is going to win this. So this is going to be a random number generator for a giveaway for one of our leather cutout cowboy boot keychains. You can either say gold or silver. Let's see. I mean, we probably had at least that many comments, so let's do that. Okay, let me count. And I'm going to go back and count. We're going to see who wins this thing. I know, oh Lord. Wait, this one.
Need a counter.
Oh, Hillbilly loves matter. You pegged it. You pegged it from the Poconos with your first profile. So yeah, so you know how to reach me, obviously, right? You know how to reach me because we talk every day. That was funny. That cracked me up. So we've got Hillbilly Lives Matter, who's actually Northern Hillbilly as well. It's going to be the giveaway winner. So you need to message me, and I know you know how to do that. So you message me, and we'll get all that straightened out so we can get that shipped to you. That was hilarious. That was funny. See, you just willed that to happen. That's positivity right there. That's hilarious. So that was funny. And we try to do this about every Sunday when I have David with me. We try to do this, and we try to give away something that's either new or something that we know y'all like. Um, Maybe in the next couple of weeks, I can sit down and weave a very small dream catcher that is just like got some gem dangles and maybe some bone dangles or something, and not feathers. Something that's easier to ship and smaller, like a little one. And we can do a giveaway for that here in a week or two. So we'll work on stuff. Gonna double the odds. Hey, we had a good conversation, lots of people talking. That's always good. We appreciate everybody that stops by to spend time with us.
Barbie saw the beaver thing.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that thing turned out really nice, didn't it? He's working on another one now that's going to have a burns.
This is gonna be wood burnt.
It's going to be a wood burnt
burnt.
frame. So we have to rev up the flamethrower to burn the frame. I can talk, and that requires a redheaded redneck savant son. And so he's got the frame. We're gonna wood burn it, and then he's gonna lace another one. So we've already actually had interest on that we posted just this morning locally. So it's strange how all this happens so quickly. Yeah, congrats to Hillbilly Lives Matter Northern Hillbilly. And if you don't follow him, we actually did a little discussion about some of the negativity going on and what's being said the other day. So check out Northern Hillbilly's channel, and that's the second panel I've ever done, because the first one was great. I had a great time, but then it turned into the true crumble that it turns into, and I said I'll never do another panel. But I trusted him enough to jump in and do a panel with him the other day. So go check him out and support him. And he's really laid back, easy to talk to, and solid, good young man. I support him 110%. So, well, I do a lot of stainless and silver because I'm a silver person also. So, and I know that a lot of people would rather buy a few pieces here and there that are cheaper, that are pretty, but that they can't kill, because I kill jewelry. I really do. And I like stainless because I like stainless. It's beautiful. It wears well. And if I break it, I'm like, okay, I get another one. So every once in a while, I make a nicer item, which right now I'm working on a very pretty mink jaw drop pendant necklace. It's going to be very pretty. I'm waiting on a couple of specific items to come in because I wanted a specific design for the drop pendant. So we're waiting on that. It's going to be very pretty, and it's going to go directly to the Etsy store because I don't want to sell it local, and I don't want to put it on a table. I'm afraid somebody will swipe it. So that's going to go straight to the store. We do everything homemade, everything handmade from things that have been acquired here. So he has his hunting license, trapping license, and this year he's going to get his fur buyer's license. And so, I mean, everything is pretty much natural, except for the other day. And you will see me. I will tell myself the other day we went to the Dollar Tree. I went to for the first time, the new one here. I don't know what possessed me because I'm married to this man who is a lumberjack. I mean, we've got firewood, we've got trees down. I mean, I cut my own willow for my dream catchers. And for some reason, I felt drawn to buy a dried bag of little wood stumps. I think
Yeah.
they spray you with something when you walk on the Dollar Tree that makes you stupid, because I came out of there with stuff I could walk out in my yard and get. But I did it. I'm going to use them. I used one on the gnome I made the other day live. So I like to craft, but when I craft, we talk about things and we talk about some deep issues, and then we laugh a lot as well. So, okay, well, make sure you tell me when, and if you set it up, I'll send out a link for everybody so
Go
they
back
can
up.
go watch you.
Somebody else. Trying to see who's that.
Y'all want coyote furs? We got so many coyote around here. We don't need any more coyote furs. I mean, they're just prevalent around here. They're just big old, look like
Yeah,
timber wolves.
that's a thing. There's no shortage on is coyote furs.
Mm-mm.
I keep
No,
plenty of those, but thanks anyway.
we keep there's so many around here. We'd never get them. You just can't keep the numbers down. That's how many there are. All I miss, I like if we found a good spot, I would still go pay for mine and go hunt. But I haven't bought mine the last couple of years because I just can't get out and I'm not mobile like I used to be. So I've got a neuromuscular disorder, and so I can't do a lot of things I used to do. So I leave it to the boys to feed the family. Yeah, the coyotes are horrible, man. Right now they're bad. They're booming everywhere, and so is the beaver population everywhere. So we feel your pain. We got friendships going everywhere. We have a very small black bear season here. I think there's 2 or 3 days of archery only this year here. So he's not got to do any black bears yet, but he's got people that have contacted him that are going to be doing the hunt this year. And if they anticipate getting one, they're like, "Will you go ahead and tan that hide?" So he may get to try his first full size black bear this year. So we'll let you know if that does happen. So pretty much right now it's mostly coyote, raccoon, otter, bobcat, mink,
All these small animals, deer hides. I do some deer
deer.
hides.
Yeah. So although that big black bear did go right through your prime beaver area last on
Maybe
that, I hope he's not still around. I hope he's moved on.
it'll be alright.
He looked grumpy.
They kill a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they do. And people don't know though. They'll take off with your domesticated pets and half your livestock when they're calving or something like that. And if they get really hungry, they'll come after children. People don't know these things, and so I try to educate and tell everybody. And I believe the gray wolf has already somewhat dipped into the gene pool down here. You can't. I mean, we're seeing a big change in the mane on the neck, and our coyotes have always been huge. They just grow big here, so not a really big body change, but a big change to that big mane, that big thick mane that gray wolves have right on, like almost like hogs have that gristle on the back of their neck. These coyotes have that now, and I really think that the gray wolves have gotten into the gene pool already. We don't have a bounty at this time. We used to have one. I wish they would reinstate it. Wouldn't that be nice? Be real nice. And some states it's very difficult, and they make it difficult for a reason. So keep trying. It's very important to stay on top of it. Keep going. Tennessee is a constitutional carry state, so we don't have that problem. We have elk hunts that are done like that here. Yeah, we have a lot of bobcats. I have three bobcats in my living room right now. I'm Bobcat 4. But his bobcat hides, I've got mounts in the living room, but his hides do really well every year. They're the first thing, that and foxes are the first thing to disappear every year.
Uh, Barbie, it depends on which state you're from. If
Hmm.
it's not a draw hunt, you probably should be able to get just a regular hunting license and a what they call a big game stamp. I'm not sure where you're from or anything like that.
What are you? Oh, a bear tag.
Yeah, she's talking about a bear tag. Uh, in Tennessee, the bear season keeps expanding because the bears are overpopulating like crazy.
Hmm.
They've added even I think a few more counties this time in our area.
They
So,
added a lot more counties, but they
but
restricted our days.
yeah, they
Blew
didn't
my mind.
restrict the days.
No, go look. They restrict. We've got archery only.
It's always been archery only.
I thought we had one gun day
No,
last year.
no, it's
I
never
thought we
been.
had one gun day last year. Well, I'm
See,
wrong.
you're wrong.
I'm
I'm right.
wrong.
But anyway, it's always been archery season here in Tennessee. But Idaho, I'm not sure what it would be about that. If it's something that they just started, they may have a draw tag. And if it's something that's been there for a while, you may just be a regular, big game stamp. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with out of states, but
Call your wildlife resource agency
yeah, I
and
would
ask them
call it that.
questions.
So,
Yeah, you've seen that too. Good. Yeah.
but
I know
bug floating,
that's a big mountain.
bug
We
floating
opened
around.
the door earlier and let all the bugs in that was on the porch slide. Idaho. Okay. You're gonna get a. Oh, you want to conceal. Okay. And Tennessee's still pretty easy about that too. Like I mean, we've not seen a huge change in anything because we actually push back here.
Tennessee law is you can openly carry without a permit.
Hmm.
Conceal carry, you still have to have a permit.
Permit. But we have like people that just teach these courses everywhere, and they do it for a fraction of what it costs in other states, and they help you with all the paperwork. And so when it's funny because like I've had people from like New Jersey and other towns and other states be like they make it almost impossible. They do that for a reason. So stay on top of it. If you want that concealed carry, do it. Um, but I mean, we're in one of those states where we're blessed to have an open carry. Ooh, I'm gonna drop stuff.
Somebody likes the way I talk or something
Love your accent.
like that.
We talk funny. We're in the area for Appalachia that's got the dying dialect that everybody's recording and trying to get on recorder. Like they since the mid 90s, they've been trying to record as many people. My mother actually took me to her college when she was getting her master's. She's a teacher, and they recorded me for like an hour and a half while she was in a lecture class because our family has the dialect. I think that's hilarious. When I went to work, I had to stop twanging, but I mean, it's just who I am, and I didn't appreciate that they were so rigid about my speech, but I was professional for several years. But when I come home, I just snap right back into hillbilly mode. So that's just who I am. John Blunt is the guy that played Freddie Mercury in that one documentary, but he also is the lead singer. Is it Killer Queen? Through the Killer Queen group that goes out and does the Freddie Mercury concerts. He looks just like Freddie.
I'm lost there.
So he's a really sweet guy. He's a super sweet guy. They've got a friendship blooming. Okay, so Hillbilly will be yelling at me later to establish shipping for the color and color of leather and color of keychain that he prefers. He knows how to get in touch with me. And once again, here's our Etsy store. Go check out some of Dave's furs. It's kind of slim right now because we've got local vendor sales and festivals going on. But after the first weekend in October, the Etsy store will be it's just going to be bombarded. And it's probably going to end up with like 60, 70 items on there because I've got so much stuff that if it doesn't move during these vendor sales, it's going to have to go on Etsy to move. So we don't know how much or how well the groups, because each group, every place you go, they like different things. So we just take a mixture. But whatever does not sell after the first weekend in October, after the Pumpkin Festival, will be going to Etsy. So check it often, see if there's additions. I am slowly making more jewelry items that are specifically for Etsy, for David, because he's the one that buys my craft items. So every once in a while, I give him the things I make and go, here, I'm sorry, I cost you so much money in craft items. And the crafting is my physical therapy for my hands because I do have a neuromuscular disorder that does affect me. And I had a really bad Parkinsonian tremor and was losing a lot of my grip strength for a long time because of my neuromuscular disorder affecting my, well, everything. It just spreads. And my doctor, the last couple of times I've seen him, has been absolutely mesmerized with how steady my hands have been compared to how they were about 3 years ago. So he says whatever I'm doing is working, and I said, well, I'm weaving dream catchers, and I'm braiding macrame, and I'm staying busy and doing things that challenge my hands. I noticed the other day when I wrote a couple stories for the newspaper, which I do volunteer work for that as well. I noticed that instead of getting tied up in my hands, because I used to type 108 words per minute, I used to do medical transcription. Rather than getting tied up and being frustrated at around 45 words per minute, which is where I've been stuck ever since the tremor started, I was eking back up to about 65, 68. So I'm having better coordination in my hands. So I'm seeing the results of doing all of this. And to be quite honest, my crafting has done more for me than any amount of physical therapy ever has. So I'm going to keep doing it. Etsy's actually, it's really cute. It's hard to search on there sometimes. Um, that's the only thing that's not super user friendly is when you're trying to find a store. But if you ever have any problem, just hit me or David at Hillbilly Furs on Facebook, and we will get you a link or steer you in the right direction. But if you basically Google Cody pelt or Cody tooth or raccoon tooth, or it normally will pop up somewhere. But Hillbilly Heart Decor is the name of the store if you want to check it out. You don't need an account to browse, and you can actually check out as a guest if you have PayPal or something like that. So you don't have to have an account. Lots of people generate one just for ease, I think, at checkout, but you can check out as a guest as well. Crabs are my thing. Now I've got a girl that's fixing to do me to the nines with makeup, and we're gonna make a video about it. But makeup, I love makeup, but I'm not good at it, and I love eyeliner, but I couldn't. My hands would not allow me to do that. I'd probably blind myself. But we do have a makeup for me coming in probably the next 4 or 5 days. Well, I hope everybody has. Or what's the point of being human? Have you ever sneezed so hard you sharted? I love trolls. I love these questions though. I mean, honestly, if you've not, what's the point of being human? I mean, honestly, did you know? I'll just take this one further. I know that there is such a thing as true love. Ask me how. There's a Miller in here that's killing me. Here's how I know there's such a thing as true love. Because if you look at a medical needs store or you accidentally Google something on Amazon and spell it wrong, guess what pops up? This is what I found out a few years ago. I forget what I was looking for, but I was looking for something. And it was a medical issue because I was looking for some kind of brace or something for me, for what I was going through. Spelled something wrong, and it pulled up hemorrhoid cream guns, which you put the hemorrhoid cream tube in it, and someone has to love you enough to squeeze it, point it at where you need hemorrhoid cream, and do that for you. Now, listen, if they make Preparation H hemorrhoid cream guns for your loved ones to aid you in easing your hemorrhoids, pretty sure that true love really exists. And that's just, I mean, that's logical. That's just a logical reasoning, critical thinking right there. If those things are necessary, true love exists. Because we've been married 20 years, but I'm not sure I'd turn you loose with a Preparation H gun. I don't know if it ever happens. I'll tell you how he behaves. Oh my goodness.
Good grief.
Oh, the trolls. Sometimes they come on here and they remind me of stuff I feel like I need Italians. But can you believe it? The people that actually have to go and buy those things, and they think they're probably going, man, I've got to this point in my life, nothing's going right. Now I've got to have this for this horrible issue. But hey, you've got a loved one that will do something for you that not many people will. So really, you're quite lucky. Oh goodness. I think we can end it on a laugh. That was funny.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah, I love trolls. Sometimes they create
You're
great
welcome.
karma. Yeah,
You're welcome.
that's funny. So yeah, so Hillbilly, yell at me. We'll get that in the mail to you. We'll do another giveaway next Sunday. So if you want to come back and say howdy, and during the week you just have to put up with my ugly mug and whatever I'm dealing with that day or crafting that day. So I will be back tomorrow with my normal crafting and psychology rambles and life adventures that y'all like to hear so much. And we'll just get right back at it tomorrow. But I'm going to take tonight off and try to get this man in bed at a decent hour because he has not slept much all week. So we appreciate you spending your time with us. It's something you never can get back, and we truly appreciate it. And now I'm going to turn things loose upon YouTube to go and take that positivity elsewhere. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad y'all enjoy my humor and my quirkiness. Come back tomorrow and visit with me. We'll sit a spell and talk. I'll talk to you later, guys. Say bye, Dave.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.